you are welcome to I Can Make It. This Simon and Samantha and Brother Kalu said you are welcome. God bless you. We always appreciate coming to share thoughts with you. I have something I wrote down here. Do not just accept where you are in life. If you want to do better, if you want to be better, do better. If you want to be more, do more. Don't just accept where you are in life. If you want to be better in life, do better. Go ahead and do better. If you want to do more, be more, go ahead and do more. So it's all about what you do. But accepting where you are, you will remain where you are. You can never change what you tolerate. You are welcome to I Can Make It.
Thank you so much. Good morning again. Good morning, viewers. How are you doing today? I hope you are making it. You know, our objective here is to always, pump you up, pump your day up, pump your mind up with positive thinking, with positive, positive attitude, because we want you to go forward all the time. And the last episode, we were talking about lessons, success lessons, and we selected a particular animal called the eagle. We said, okay, let's learn a few lessons from the eagle, because the eagle is the king of the earth, the king of the birds. And so we looked at, a few. One of them was that we said that the eagle is a very courageous, very, very courageous bird. It goes against every storm. As a matter of truth, researchers have said that the eagle, the best weather for an average eagle is what is storm. It's a stormy weather, that they prefer the stormy weather. And we were saying, okay, it's because the stormy weather gets the best, out of the eagle here, because the stormy weather is, provides the eagle the opportunity to do what? To showcase, its strength, to showcase, its ability, and all that. So today we were going to continue with a few other qualities of the eagle and see if we can learn some lessons, from them. Before that, I like to read this. Sometimes it is important for you to embrace your problems despite when everyone decides to give up on that same dream or aspirations you are going through. All right, so you are in the same thing with somebody else in the same class, and the person gives up because of challenges. You shouldn't give up because somebody else gave up. All right, we always say here that life is a journey, and life for you, you have your own race to run, and you have your own you have your own track. So if you are running and you see some other person drops, on their track, that's not for you to also do what? Get discouraged and drop from your own track. You need to run your own race, and you need to finish your own race. All right, so today we want to learn the third lesson. Last time we took two. We want to take some more today. And this says that eagles only relate with their species, or they move alone. So they have choices here, or they have a choice here. It's either they relate with what? With their own kind, or they just move what? Alone. Why do you think they have that choice? Either they move with their own kind, or they just go alone. So if the eagle doesn't see its kind, it decides to just move on its own.
But that's the way life is. That is just human that decide to go and marry an animal. It's only human being that does that. You are either on this level or you are on that level. The truth of it is that the more you hide your feelings, the more they show. So the truth of it, eagle cannot help another bird; it will die.
So that's why if he doesn't see his kind, he just maintains his level.
Maintains his level. So that's just the way it is. And the same thing with life. If you really want to go far, that's just the way to operate. Yeah, that's just the way, because it's just like, for example, now can you imagine an eagle trying to be friendly with chicken? They can't meet. He either come.
They can't relate.
He either come, and when he take the chicken off, he will give up the ghost. The chicken will give up the ghost, but it's not designed. So don't try, and that's why we always bring ourselves down. The important thing about life for you to know where you are, whose you are, and believe that and operate from that perspective.
Okay, I like what you're saying, but I also want to look at the other choice of the eagle, to hang around with its kind. Yes. What's the importance? Is it because they will rub minds together? They say birds of the same feather flock together. That's the point?
Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, just for
Yes.
example now, okay, what are we going to discuss? If you now,
If we don't have the same
if we
mentality,
don't have, there's
yes.
nothing we can discuss. We can flow.
Flow, yes.
So if you really want to make impact and act and be productive and be creative, you look for your kind.
You look for your kind.
You look for your kind. You have to look for your kind, or you go alone.
You go alone.
That's just the way. And we know we are learning lessons
Yes.
from the ego.
Yes.
And that's what makes him unique. So the truth of it is that, not that if you cannot beat the journey, there is nothing for you to join. But you have a life to live. So you either go and succeed the way you are, or you look for somebody that is going, okay, for example. And I can also relate this to marriage.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I say, how can we? What lessons? I mean, married couples out there. What can they learn from this? That if you relate with your own kind, what is the importance? What?
The truth. The reason why you actually see a lot of marriage having problem. Marriage is a journey.
Yeah.
And if you really want to succeed in this journey, since you know that married life is a journey, the first thing you do when you get to garage, you enter the vehicle that is going to your destination.
To your destination.
You don't enter a fine car.
Oh,
you don't enter a car with AC.
It's not by the beauty of the car.
No, it's not.
It's by the direction, whether it's heading to your direction.
It's not whether the car have AC. It's not whether the person is tall. It's not whether the person is
short. It's
by
whether the car is going to where you are going to.
Is it going to where you are? And before you go to, you must know to where you are going.
So in relationships, it's not how fine the woman or the handsome or
No, when you get to the park, you don't look for handsomeness. You look for destination.
Destination.
And that's destiny. Because the person that have figure 8 today, and when he start eating,
the figure will change.
You have figure 35.
That figure will change.
Sometimes you have to be figure 40. The man that you see today that flat belly, all of a sudden he start being like apple. His pregnancy never delivered nothing. Always big on that tummy.
Always pregnant and never delivering.
And never delivery. And the women go to labor. This one have no labor, nothing.
No.
His stomach infrastructure. So the truth of it is that destination is the connectivity, and that's ego. It's destination.
Always staying around with his kind,
yes. So if you want to marry, the first thing is not I love you. No, love can grow.
Are we going to the same place?
Yes. Okay, look at where we're coming now. We're coming to this place. Then we now enter a vehicle that is going to another direction. They're waiting for us. We can't make it
a lot today. Of loss, loss of energy, loss of time, loss of
so the funny thing is that the first thing you should know is, where are we going? That's what you should ask. When a man tells you as a woman, I love you, don't tell him I love you too. Because that's just a lie.
Yes, wait and watch.
Where are we going? Because marriage is a journey. A journey of life. I was talking to couples that want to get married December before I left my office today. What was I discussing with them? I said, have you discussed how many children you want to have? Have you done your... Because it's a journey. One is sick, the other one will be... It will have the heat. Okay, have you done your genotype? What is your blood group? Have you discussed how you can... How many children do you tend to have? Have you discussed how to handle your in-law? Have you discussed where are you going to relocate to? Who is parking to what? Have you... I was asking them, and some of them they say yes, some of them they say no. Have you they say, I say go and discuss.
Go and discuss.
Make an agreement.
Mark it down, yes, and discuss.
Because by the time I say even discuss who is coming for Mugo first. Because see, marriage is a serious
from both
thing.
parents,
yes.
whether the man's
who is coming
mother
first.
Or the woman's
and
mother.
And so the funny thing that a lot of men have lost their wife because they were only they did not see the thing from a holistic view. They were concerned about my mother. You are not to do it to your mother. Who will be relevant at this time? So I told her, I said, see, what I recommend for husband is that allow the woman, as long as her mother is still alive, her mother should come first. I say, how? I say, because your wife have never had baby before. The way we send your mother message,
it's not the way she will send her own mother.
So your mother might not understand, but her mother will do anything to make sure her daughter. Then after that first experience, the next one, your mother can now come because she's now more experienced. Now these are the things that you get when you stay around your kind. I know if the other one they don't pay dowry, they just impregnate the girl. They don't pay dowry. Now they just follow the girl home. They just see her at the bus stop. They say they are there. And next week they are now divorced. You know, these are the reason for many tribulations in many marriages. Some of you are in the fourth marriage, some of you are in the fifth marriage. The truth that is not the person. It is not the person. It's not a person that you are dealing with. It's a system. You need to understand what goes on in this system and institution that was not put into law by federal government or by the House of Rep. They didn't pass it into law. This was an institution that was created by the Creator himself, and he has told us how we can enjoy and get the benefit of it.
Thank you so much. Let me just read out a lesson why the eagle has made that choice to just either, fly around with its kind or just fly alone. It says the only way to become a leader or a successful person is if you move about with people that have the same dreams and aspirations, just like you were saying about relationships. It's not about whether the car is too beautiful, whether the car has ECU. It's about whether the car will take you to where you are going to. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of things. So it says here, it says, don't move with people that have no dreams or aspirations. Let go of friends that have the intention of keeping you at a particular spot. You cannot afford to stay at a particular spot. Life is what is progressive. Life is what is a journey. You must move every day. You must make what? Progress. Now you can't hang out with people who will just get to just stay on one spot all through the week, all through the year, all through, the months, all throughout your lifetime. You can't stay what? At one spot. What is the danger of staying at one spot?
There's something that you must understand about man. There are some people, they like to meet you where they left you.
Wow.
They are not comfortable with your growth.
They like to meet you where they left you. Them they would have gone or progressed, and they want to come back and meet you where.
And they don't meet you there, they wonder why. So don't allow your progress in life to be determined by another man. We were just discussing, before coming here, I was discussing with the chief medical director. We were talking, and we mentioned something. There was a man, his whole life was built around that person, and the person died. There are so many things he cannot do. So I was telling him that
himself now.
That putting trust in man. You must be very careful about friends that have a permanent view of
yes.
No progressive, they leave you there. And if you move, they become angry. And some want you to remain beggarly. They are people.
Yes, because they depend on
they like you
asking them for everything.
They keep you around because you always go around to come around to beg around.
They always give you fish, but they never care bother to teach you how to.
Anything that will make you to be independent, they hate it. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Nothing in life is free. Even in Freetown, nothing is free there. They pay money there. So it's very important that for you to know, check who are your friends. Why are they your friend? Why do you call them friend? What have you gotten? How are they impactful? Are they happy when you are successful, or they are very uncomfortable when they see you do well? If you don't delete them, they will erase you. So you have to understand. Since my mother taught me something as I was growing up, and I love my mom so well. They told me that if you have been playing with somebody, nothing happen, quarrel, something will happen. So these two methods I apply. I'm not afraid for you to say I won't play with you again. I like it. Go.
Because you will move forward.
Oh, I will move. And I trust you. You won't meet me the way you left me. It doesn't matter who is. No, you can't meet me the way you left. If I can't do anything, I will change the chair in my parlor.
Something must just change.
You definitely cannot meet me. If I can't do anything, I will turn the bed upside down. You definitely
not the same position.
Not the same position. So you must move, because we are living things, and I want to add to it. We are moving.
We are moving things. I want to take this photo because it's just connected to the previous one. It says that the eagles test and they trust their partners before accepting them. It's just connected to what we else talked. The test. Yes, you must access. You must evaluate in relationships.
Balance it.
But yes, balance things. I mean, even as an employer, you want to employ people, you have to test. And then, because when you test them, you see if you can trust them to work for you.
No, the truth. I was trying to get some people. About 70% apply for about of 8 people. Do you know I only got 5?
Because you have to run them through a test.
Oh yes, I have to. Because there is not. You see, employing somebody is not a training center.
I like
It's
that.
not a training center.
Wow.
It's a place where you bring people in. Those people must be people that are ready to deliver.
do, yes.
And you now make your work easy. I call it working without supervision.
Supervision.
I like bringing people in without supervision. That means you bring your head and I bring my head, and two good heads, not two heads, because two bad heads equals to 0. But two good heads are better than one. So when you bring them together, you'll be productive. So it's very important for you. Just like the ego said, it makes you choose. You must put it to a test. Anything you don't test, don't use. You have not test. Don't use.
You know, David said that, you know, he had somebody suggested to him, why not put on this? He said, no, I have not tested this.
And the man that was giving it to him had it.
Had it,
for
and the
40
person
days.
didn't use
He
it.
do anything.
The person didn't use
So
it.
why, if he cannot help you,
Why we give it to somebody else?
So it's very important that that is why when somebody say I will make you rich, look how rich is he. Person say I'm going to bless you.
Yes.
If there are people that tell you I will bless you, then you should go and pray. Oh God, what has brought me to this? What brought me to this level? There are people that tell you. Just for example, if I, Dangote, if I met him and he tell me, I will give you so and so, I will go and buy Smith on credit. In fact, I will go to the place and collect 3 trailer load because I know who is talking.
Yes.
But there are some people I don't want to call their name.
Yeah.
If they tell me that I'm going to give you this, I will wait. I will go and pray. Oh God,
you
what has brought me to this level? What kind of affliction is this? So it's very important. Who made promise for you to expect? And when God promises you, wow!
Oh, come on!
You
know
go
it's
to
for
work.
sure. It's for
you
real.
go to work.
It's
That
for
is
real.
why we are His children.
Let
We
me
go
read
to
this
work.
lesson to you.
Yeah.
It says, don't just accept a person because he or she tendered, or has a tender care, for you, at any moment or a point or other. It says it is best you test the person's level of trust and commitment to you before making them your friends. Before making them your friends, test them in relationships. Please test.
And that's
of course, we have to define the kind of test anyway.
Yeah,
that we're talking about.
you have to
Yes.
test. You see, you have to test. Does he really love me?
Okay.
Does he care? Can he make sacrifice?
Sacrifices. I like that one. Sacrifice. Yes.
There's so many things to
Yes,
test in
yes,
relationship.
yes.
Not anything can sex, but not everything can be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Why are you that relationship? Does he abuse you? Does he value your presence? Because if there's anything that we have issue with in our world today, is how people can stay together. A lot of people have lost it all through. There is no tolerance, no endurance, because nobody is perfect. But you have to try. There are basic, just like the ego.
You call them acid tests.
Yeah,
there are benchmarks, standards.
There are standards
Standards.
that you use to be able to know. Now, once you know that, then you move on.
You can
always
fly,
succeed.
you can move, you can succeed. Can we take the last one?
Yes,
Almost?
take
All
the
right,
last
so
one.
this one says, eagles knock off their beaks, their mouth, what covers their mouth. They knock off their beaks and feathers after 30 years to renew their lives, to renew what their lives. So this is the most painful process in the lives of what? Of an eagle, because they go through serious pain to knock off their feather and beaks, but it comes with a lot of benefits. Let me read one of the lessons for you. It says, though we can't renew our lives, eagles teach us that the best way to renew your life is by letting go of what? The past. Letting go of the past. Talking about relationship, talking about people who have hurt you. Please let go what? Of the past. There are a lot we can learn from you about. I've heard you say a lot of things about the past. What can you say? Forgetting the past.
Yeah, one of the things that if you don't, a man that always look backward will go backward. You must always focus.
There's no movement. Past. I mean, imagine that you're just looking backwards.
You have accidents. You have damaged the future.
You said once that the only time you were involved in an accident is when you were looking back.
So I don't look back. There's no reason, and nobody owe me nothing.
Yes.
No, you don't owe me nothing. You don't owe me nothing, because we are all here in this life. There are some people that are in your life for just some few time. There are some people that are in your life for some short time. There are some people that are in your life for a lifetime. And one of those people that are in your life for a lifetime, one, you can see your wife is a lifetime
your partner,
relationship. Yes. Your children is a lifetime relationship. Your family member is a lifetime relationship. And those in whom you worship God together, they are a lifetime relationship. They will take you until the day you die. But a lot of people don't know how to maintain this relationship. They do damage in many areas. So always learn. forgetting the past. If you carry on with the past, the head is too small to carry
To
the
accommodate
past
both the past and the future and everything.
There
you
is
know?
no space.
No
you know,
space.
you need to. I think what you do in that compartment, you need formation. You have to format it. You have to format your you have to go.
Your
That's what
computerized
you do.
mind.
You
Yes.
have to form, and one of the way you format your brain is information. If you want to change what the people are doing, you must change what they know. Unwind those old things. Don't take it away. Let your past go. The reason why it's in the past is in the past. Listen to me. You can never improve the past, but you can improve the future.
You can improve the future.
Never improve your past. Do you make mistake in the past? It's past. Nothing you can do about the past. That is why the book of God said, all things past. Allow it to go away. All things are new. And he said, behold, I do a new thing. Is there a new thing that is happening today? Yeah, there is something new that's happening today. We are introducing you to know your kind, flock with your kind, move with your kind. You will arrive faster and you will achieve your goal in life. Forgive the past. You know, when you hold somebody down, you are like somebody that drink acid and expect your enemy to die. If there's anybody that's going to die, it is you that drank the acid. So it's very important, allow your past to go. I don't know if you have something to say.
Just the last final word here, it says, please focus on your future, despite how painful your past was.
Yeah, you know, when we talk about the pain of the past, what came to my mind is Joseph.
Oh, come on.
Who is so close and your family brother that was supposed to be there for you all the way, but they hate him all the way. But there's something I found out about life. For you to be totally accepted, you must first of all be totally rejected. And the stone that the builder rejected is always coming out at the end of the corner. I want to say to you here today, maybe you are going through challenges. People have rejected you. They say you cannot amount to anything. But I assure you, once you believe God, you can make it. You will succeed. You are going to give those people some amount. Many years ago. Eventually. Many years ago, there is this, my father brother that always say, I will not amount to anything. Those days, I came home and I was giving money out and I gave him money. And
you gave him some amount.
Yeah, I gave him some amount.
That's the man who said you would not amount to anything.
And I gave him some amount. So after some time, the next time I came, my father said that my brother was complaining that I did not drop anything for him. I told my father that he should go and work. He that does not work, let him not eat. That's the person that said you will not amount to anything. One of the prayer I want to pray, and I want you to join me to pray that prayer today. Please, your enemies should live long and see what you become in life. It's not all your enemies that should die. I want to tell you these three things, never forget. One, there are enemies that must attend your promotion service. This enemy must not die. There are the other type of enemy you must feed. They must not die. They must eat your food. There is the other enemy that must attend your, where the day they'll be announcing
coronation.
You. They are the one that will introduce you. They are the one. They are enemy. They don't like you. But through their complaint, you will comply. They will introduce you and say, is that the man? They will say, yes, that's the man. And when you be promoted, you will be there. Until we see you again in our next edition. This is Simon and Samantha and Brother Caliste. We love you.
We love
you. You can make it. Bye-bye. God bless
Congratulations.
you.